More big news rolling into week 9. DeAndre Swift is declared out for his matchup against the Bengals. Up steps up Kyle Monangai. We've been stashing all season long. Now it's time to unleash him. Today we're going to be looking at the good, the bad, the ugly. We're deep diving him again right now. We've been doing this off and on all season long, but now it's time to put the money on the table. Before we dig in, you need to click that subscribe button right now. We're doing deep dives like this every day, multiple players a day. When news hits, we're here with a deep dive covering all the angles so you can make your decision. It is your team. On top of that, we go deep on the waiver wire. So if you're in a deeper league and you need 20 plus deep at wide receiver for the week, I'm the man for that. And we also help you set your lineups throughout the week by rankings and by looking at the matchups. Click that button. Stop missing out. DeAndre Swift's out. Swift is out. I just saw it randomly and I was like, oh, he's out. He ain't going to be out there today. It's Kyle Monangai time. And Kyle Monangai gets to step it up. And we've had some promising weeks over the last couple weeks. 13 carries in week 7 was the most volume there with a touchdown. That's when everybody got in on him. Well, we've been watching him throughout the year because he's been getting the touches behind Swift. And they keep rolling him out work. And now he's getting his opportunity. Swift's out. Swift has been on a hot run. He has been on a hot run looking good. And I was looking at him being a good matchup for the Bengals here. And I mentioned Kyle Monangai when I talked about him because of this injury, but he's out. And Roschon Johnson's out too. He ain't getting messed with, really. He ain't getting messed with. You got Travis Homer there. You got some other guys. Looks like Kyle Monangai is going to be getting some work. You're looking at a 3-star prospect who went to Rutgers, had some time there, but blew it up those last 2 years there. 13 touchdowns in that final year, 1,200 yards, good between the tackles, 3.33 yards after contact per attempt, got some work in the passing game. We get drafted in the 7th round. This is a very deep, talented running back class. When we talked about Ja'Cory Krosky-Merritt earlier this offseason, right before he became the starter, I said, hey, we're going to see a lot of backs like this. We're going to see a lot of backs like this. This is a running back class that's 10 times deeper than the 2024 class. That's got a lot of talent. That's oozing for the opportunity to showcase what they can do. We're going to see some Monangai out there this weekend. DeAndre Swift, not a factor this week. Roschon Johnson, not a factor this week. Him, the other running backs. DeAndre Swift has been on a hot roll. He has been solid. He has actually been good this year for fantasy football. Fantasy managers of Swift ain't going to have him. Should have had him cuffed up. That's why we're cuffing our studs. Now you got a nice matchup here against the Bengals. DeAndre Swift, very efficient here this season. 9th in yards created, 11th in yards created per touch, getting it done on the ground. Target share, too, getting work in the passing game. 17th among running backs. True yards per carry, 16th yards per touch, 6. So Swift has been hot. And you're looking at the snap shares. Kyle Monangai, 32% snap share, 28% opportunity share, getting opportunity in this offense. Roschon wasn't, Travis Homer wasn't. All signs point to Kyle Monangai getting workload and opportunity in this offense. You're looking at the true yards per carry here. DeAndre Swift holding it down. Kyle Monangai, not far behind him. 4.52 on the season. Yards created per rush, not far behind DeAndre Swift. So he's been efficient with the ball in his hands. You're looking at the opportunity share of 12% versus DeAndre Swift's 30%. Like I've been saying, if your 1B backup running back is getting 10 plus in the opportunity share, then less likely to get messed with by the practice squad back, the RB3, RB4 on the team, because you're being accounted for, getting those touches, getting those opportunities. 34% snap share, 4% target share, getting work in the passing game, 21% share of the rushing attempts, 42 on the season. He's getting the work. Plus, Roschon's out. He's getting the work this week. All numbers point to that, and odds are greatly there that he's going to be getting the work in this offense. 186 rushing yards, 4.4 yards per carry, so we're not at like 3, 2.5 or anything stupid like that. So we got a good yards per carry right now. We're efficient. We're effective with the ball in our hand. we've been holding it down, and we got a nice matchup here against the Bengals. We blew up in week 7. We scored that touchdown. That's when everybody was chasing him off the waiver wire. But we've been after him all season because we stashed with our final roster spot, our bench spot, and running backs are going down. I just had to do another video because we lost Ramondre Stevenson. Now we lost DeAndre Swift. Now we're watching the Chiefs because I'm going to have to do a Brashard Smith video here soon. So be on the lookout for that. But Money Guy is getting his opportunity here. Bears, Bengals. 51.5 over under. Vegas is expecting a lot of points to be scored in this matchup, even with Flacco banged up. Even with that happen. And the Bengals give up fantasy points in droves to running backs. They're the worst in the league when it comes to allowing fantasy points to running backs. Now he gets the opportunity to cook in the softest matchup possible the Bears could go up against when it comes to allowing fantasy points to running backs. It's going to be very hard to sit Kyle Money Guy. Before the news, he was ranked in the 20s. I bet you he's going up there in the rankings. He's shooting up. I look at him as a mid to high end RB2. For some teams, they have to roll him out there. Mid to high end RB2. Good flex play if you're strong at running back. I'm starting him. Like 51.5 over under. I don't know how they're getting there. I don't know how they're getting to that score with Flacco banged up and the Bears being down running backs. I don't know how they're getting there, but Vegas thinks so. It's not like I agree with all the over-unders. I don't know how they're going to get there, but that is something to look at considering what the Bengals are giving up on defense. This is a nice matchup. Like, he's getting all the touches. What more can you ask? Another thing you can do is sell him, trade him away, package up, get an upgrade somewhere else. More than likely at wide receiver, unless you're doubling up a running back to get a better running back. But there you go. You got your nice matchup for the week. You got your stash play getting an opportunity. There you go. You're good at running back. You can't use them. You're not going to pick them up. You're not going to do this. It's okay. It's okay. But I don't want to go against him either. Like, I don't want anyone picking him up. I don't want him smashing against the Bengals. I'd rather pick him up, sit him on my bench, let nobody else have him. I'd rather have somebody take an L than get that win, especially if it's a decent team, because decent teams are the active teams. The bad teams aren't as active. Think about in those regards. Like, if I don't need him, he's a great stash. Even if it's just for this week, he's a great stash. He's always been. And DeAndre Swift dealing with a groin injury may need more time to recover from that injury as well. May need another week or two. He may need more opportunities to recover. But we've been stashing Kyle Money Guy this whole offseason, this whole season. And why? Because DeAndre Swift has been getting a lot of the touches. Kyle Money Guy has been getting work. And for a 7th round pick to get this much work, this much opportunity, says something. This team believes in him. This team wants him to succeed. They're developing him. And we knew that if the starter goes down, then Kyle Money Guy could be up. One rule of thumb here is if the starter's banged up with a Q, questionable tag, and you're watching this, you may want to pick up their handcuff just in case this happens, because we're seeing this happening randomly throughout the league where this running back we think is fine, and bam, out. Now you got to fight the waiver wire. Now he's a fast pickup. You could have had him all along. Kyle Money Guy, though, was a big-time pickup 2 weeks ago. He was also on the trend down list on Sleeper this week. Shouldn't have been trending down. Should have been watching DeAndre Swift. Good matchup and very fortunate situation here for Kyle Money Guy. Roschon Johnson out. Not much competition. If he smashes, he might smash big. Good opportunity here. How could this run back? Kind of hard to see, but just the run game somehow getting stuffed. But Kyle Money Guy in a good position to hit this week. Let me know what you think in the comments below. I want to hear about that. Make sure you hit that subscribe button on the way out. Thank you for watching. Catch you on the next video.